haven't had a negative experience with anything. For me, the best country in the world.
The best. Why is that?
Thanks, Jay. Hi to everyone. My name is Kian.
Kian?
I'm a school teacher here. I teach robotics and design,
Okay.
and I've been living in Shanghai now for a year.
For a year. So, why do you choose to teach in Shanghai in the first place?
I didn't per se. I just applied for a few jobs in
Okay.
Shenzhen. I was there for a period, not very long, but yeah, a good job came up, and Shanghai seemed to choose me.
Okay. Shanghai chose you.
I think so.
Okay. So before you teach in China, where else do you teach?
I've taught in the Middle East. I've taught in Oman. Taught in London, Europe, Ireland. Yeah.
So you teach basically around the world.
I guess so at this stage. Yeah.
Okay,
But
so-
I'm very, very content here. It's a fabulous country.
Okay, cool. So can you tell us a little bit of your experiences in China?
I believe, to my knowledge, based on my experience, that this is, for me, the best country in the world.
The best. Why is that?
It's so safe.
Okay, the safety issue.
It's not even an issue. It's just so peaceful. It's just got every element of security covered for the human being,
Okay.
families, for education, for systems, and the economy is so easy for someone from my background to enjoy.
Okay. So have you traveled other than Shanghai?
Yeah, like I said, I was in Shenzhen.
Okay.
I've been to a few places with work and schools, and possibly going to Beijing next year. We'll see. But yeah, it's a fantastic experience because of the way the rest of the world is. I think the rest of the world is quite chaotic, and modern life, Chinese systems and platforms, and I guess society is just so easy and friendly, and gentle.
Okay.
Expats or Westerners. I mean, there's a big community here for me as well. I'm involved with football, and we have a sponsor up the road here that we frequent on the weekends. We play soccer, and yeah, it's just got every element organised when it comes to traffic and travel and time. You seem to have a lot more time.
Here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So chaos, it's nice.
Yeah, you said chaotic outside.
Mm.
Like
Huge.
when did this chaotic thing going on around the world, according to your
Well, I think the energy is different.
Uh-huh.
When I say chaos, I guess I mean from an emotional standpoint.
Okay.
I mean,
Since when do you realize this chaotic outside?
well, you just grow up with it. I mean, I come from an Irish background.
Okay.
Family have a pub, and I was in the Navy. I was in a lot of different situations. When I say chaos, I just mean from a personal standpoint.
Oh, okay.
Society isn't delving in too much. That's going to drain the energy. I just think that the organization of life in China means that things can get done without too much need.
Puzzle.
Yeah, it's just a system.
Okay.
And I think it suits what we have, with regards to judgment and perception. I just feel that people are so disciplined and people are so considerate. Take the traffic, for instance, and take how people walk around. I'm amazed when it comes to independent traveling on scooters, mopeds, bikes. People respect each other. Human beings, to be respectful is the number one. And strangers, I mean, even how you approached me, I don't feel threatened. I don't feel that there's an agenda. I think it's very important that the bigger picture of the planet experiences China. There's a lot to benefit from being here. I hope to stay for the rest of my life. I genuinely really enjoy it. Yeah, why not? The quality of life, my sleep has improved, tremendously.
Okay.
There's less noise, I think, mental noise. I'm sure stuff goes on, with regards to people's opinions and experiences. It's easy for me to come from a privileged experience, as an educator. But I get inspired by the hard work of the country, really. Chinese people and their manners and their principles are inspiring. They're to see the older generation working so hard. We have, IEs and people in school with us, shifus and hard working people who seem very at peace with their.
You really understand the culture, I think.
Well, you can see it. I mean, I've traveled and at the same time, I haven't. You know, I haven't gone off on big journeys, but to live in, this is fantastic. You know, when you think of what we have with regards to devices and
Yeah.
platforms, whatever you are in the world, if you have security and respect and a structured economy with good access to food and security, I mean they're similar words I use all the time, but they're the main thing I think today that the rest of the world is struggling with when it comes to politics and when it comes to wanting more. As a concept, more I think is dangerous sometimes for people. But then again, it's my background that I'm privileged to look back on, and 47, and I'm in a lovely relationship with a girl who speaks fluent Chinese, and having that in your life then and
What to
learning.
complain? Yeah.
Yeah, because if I can't enjoy my life right now in a country like China, a city like Shanghai, I mean, I haven't been too far, but you just see order, it suits us. I think as human beings, we lack discipline more and more, as worlds and different ideologies come in. And I'm old school as well in the sense that,
Yeah, you said a lot about good stuff. But what are the downsides you've seen so far?
well, life is what you make it.
Okay.
I mean, I've experienced very little downside. I speak very highly of it to people all the time. My demeanour is positive. I get to work in education, which is a gift of a career. I haven't had a negative experience with anything in China. I mean, everyone I meet is extremely positive.
Okay.
And I guess sometimes when you don't have the language, you might be in a bit of a bubble. I wouldn't say a barrier. I mean, I'm trying to learn Chinese, but ultimately, there's no hostility. I'm sure that people find it, but I don't seem to have. I seem to be welcomed, and there's a subtleness and a lovely, I suppose, intimacy when it comes to strangers. It feels pleasant. It's like a sense of utopia. I mean, I live in Junction Park, and my landlady was amazing. Just moving into my apartment, respectful, understanding. Consideration is huge.
Yeah.
You don't need language for that. You don't even need to know what's happening next, because I guess if you meet people with respect and treat them
Kindness, people will be kind to you.
and it's children,
Yeah, they're lovely.
understandably, the whole of China seems focused on children. I mean, I'm Irish, and our whole society is community-based, sport, and you see the respect that the whole people get given. I just feel very comfortable exploring more, and hopefully I can spend another years here. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Do you know any Chinese?
Um,
And,
谢谢.
okay.
Since,
Since, yeah, let me teach you one sentence. Like
Sure,
since the Chinese New Year is just next week. Wish
新年快乐.
you 新年快乐. No, this is like very common one. I'll teach you like 恭喜发财,
恭喜发财.
which means wish you rich and healthy, wealthy.
Thank you very much.
No
Well,
problem.
it all stems from here, If you're happy and wealthy inside, if your heart is good,
Yeah.
your mind is clear, there's a lot to learn. I personally believe that the West, and when I say the West, I mean outside of China,
Okay.
I think they need China more than China needs the West. That's my personal view.
That's actually my first time heard people say that.
Well, I'm an
From a
open-minded
Western,
spiritual
point of view.
giant. Yeah, it's. I'm just trying to get my family over to visit, because tragically, the perception outside of China, it's unfair.
Right.
Western media,
It's all prejudice.
it's envy and jealousy and manipulation. That's been my experience. I'm not saying that China is perfect. I don't know enough about it,
Okay.
but I had nothing but pleasure here.
Yeah, since you said there's no downside so far.
I mean, you can get anything delivered in 5 seconds.
Hey, that's work.
You
That's the
get
convenience.
treated like, a wonderful, wonderful visitor. And I know COVID happened and everything that stemmed from that, but ultimately I grew up in the 80s and everything was made in China and still is. When it comes to productivity and manufacture, I just hope the country gets the worldwide understanding and respect it deserves, and future generations can continue to pass on the traditions of China, because they're priceless. You know,
Yeah.
they're priceless. And we only had this moment. This is a lovely moment for me to talk about it, because I guess with the internet now and with avenues to media, like I touched on, if people can come and visit China and work here or build relations, it's vital for the planet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a duty to the next generation, you know, to come together.
Yeah. Do you have kids?
I don't, you know, but inshallah soon, you know, if my relationship continues, I'm blessed, you know.
Yeah, I can see that if you have a kid or like children, they will be like well educated like you.
Well, I had great parents, and I still have. Both my
Yeah.
parents are still alive. My dad is an ex-mayor of the city, and my mum is an absolute legend in regards to life and how to be a
Parenting.
person. Yeah, so as a teacher as well, you get to see and touch, you know, those minds that need support, and also get inspired by kids, you know.
Yeah. How old are your students?
High school.
High school.
High school, yeah, robotics, engineering, design technology. Exciting subjects, you know.
Yeah, yeah, science.
Yeah, it's just an honor to be here, really, because it wasn't my plan.
Shanghai chose you.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here, you know. So
Yeah.
and we have a lovely football team, the Voodoo. You know, we play every Saturday, and
Mm-hmm.
there's some great guys here who've been here longer than me. You know, so you get a vibe for people. I think the modern world, if we get organized, you know, we can achieve so much as a
Okay.
race, as a human race.
Yeah, cool. That's
It's
I
a
think-
pleasure.
Yeah, I think that's all I have to ask you.
My
Do you
pleasure.
have any questions for me?
Are you having fun? Okay.
Yeah, I have a follow-up.
Good. That's it.
Thank
Keep
you
it
for-
fun.
yeah, yeah.
Really have this moment.
Thank you for like asking that.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
God bless
Yeah.
China.
Thanks.